Alright guys, so right now we're gonna start getting ready to um, do on a Chevy 2013, I think it is. It's GMC Sierra, same thing as a Silverado, Tahoe, Yukon, all of them are the same. So what we're gonna be doing is the steering angle sensor. If you look on your pedals and you locate your steering, okay, straight up there, supposed to be the sensor. So we have to remove the column out of the way to be able to get it out. So the reason being is that we got traction control coming on, and we got the ABS light coming on, and we got some codes for it. So that being said, we're gonna have to replace it. Now, a lot of people, they take the whole steering column out and everything out of the way. We're gonna try to do it the easiest way possible, like always. Try to minimize on all the movement that we have to do. So first thing we're gonna do is take the side panel plastic. We're gonna move the seat all the way back. I'm gonna take this out. Okay. Then on the steering, well, we want the steering to lock in place. That way it doesn't spin, doesn't turn. So to see if I have any duct tape or something so I can do that. Give me 1 second. Alright, so what I did, I just put some tape there just so that the steering, once I loosen it, kind of stays in the same orientation. Okay. And I already took the side panel, so now we gotta take this panel off. And we should have some Phillips screwdrivers. Okay. Alright guys, so we got one right here. We should have another one right here. And we should have, I believe, a 10, something like that right there. Okay, so that's a 10. And then the rest is just clips. So you take this and put it out of the way. Okay. And then you can see right here. Okay, we're gonna be removing this bracket right here. All right, so we'll be removing this bracket here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts right there, and those are probably going to be a 13 or a 12. Not sure, but we got to take this bracket out. Okay, so let me do that real quick. All right, guys, so I have to put you guys in a different position. So we're going to take this, the 10 millimeter. I know I said 13, but they're 10. And again, there's 4 of them. Okay, get that bracket out of the way. All right, then. Let's see what else. The sensor is going to be this guy right here. Now we got 4 bolts holding up the steering rack, the steering itself, and then we got 1 bolt all the way at the bottom. Okay, to make some room, I'm going to be taking this AC vent out. Okay, we took that out. It has a little plastic pull clip on it. So now we have a little bit better access. This is the sensor right here. I just unclicked it. But to remove that sensor, we have to remove a plate that it has on the back of it. And in order to do that, we have to remove the shaft and the steering and all that. So, that being said, I'm going to show you guys where those bolts are at. So here we go. Got one right there. We have another one right up there. That one right there. Then we have that nut right there, and then we should have another one right on the opposite side of that. Right there. That guy's straight up. Okay, so the reason why we gotta take all that out is, and this one right here we gotta take out. See this shield right here? That's what's holding that sensor from coming out. So, if I'm mistaken, that will be a 13. So let me take that out. Okay, give me 1 second. All right, guys. So that one on that shaft is gonna be, the nut is gonna be 15, and the bolt itself is a 13. Okay, so a 15 and a 13, and then you slide the bolt out of place. Okay. So once you slide that out of place, that's good to go. So now we got to remove the 4 bolts going up. into the steering. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we got a number 15. All right, the very last one up here, we're gonna take it out slowly. There might be some washers. Apparently, no, they're integrated, so we don't have to worry about washers falling out. Okay, so all 4 nuts are out. Oh, there you go. The washers did fall off. I'll let it rest there for a minute. Okay, so we got this tool. Okay, we got these 2 washers. They go on the back side. Okay, see on the back side of these ones are in the front, and on there on the back on that one, that's where they'll go. We have to make sure that we put them back. Okay. Now the next thing that we're gonna do is, give me 1 second, guys. Again, we want to make sure that we keep that steering on the same spot, in the same position. And if you follow my hand, that bracket, okay, that goes on top of the sensor, that doesn't allow us to move it out. I'm going to try to show you guys. If you can pick it up, that bracket right there. Okay, this bracket right here. That bracket has 3 inner torques. So we got to take those 3 torques out in order to remove the bracket. Okay. So I don't know if you guys will be able to pick that up. There, guys, not much of a room here to play with. See if I can get some light in there. No, okay, here we go. Some light, a little bit of light. So we gotta take those 3 bolts out. Those are torques. Let's see, got T27. No. Okay, so they're a T25. Okay, so T25. Let's get them out. Okay, so we got three. We got three T25 Torx. Okay, we remove that. Now we can take that out of the way. And this is the bracket. Okay, take that out of the way. And now we expose the sensor right at the end of the shaft there. So let's see, we already unplugged the wire. So all we have to do is just has like a little cover to it. It has like a dust cover. Okay, with three little uh, there we go. All right, so this little cover, okay, has one leg right here, one here, one right there. And then that slides off. Then we have the sensor that you kind of wiggle it until it comes out. Okay, we got the sensor off. So here's the sensor. Okay, and it goes just like that. So you basically, on the shaft, when the shaft is in the center, you kind of have to wiggle it and slide it out. Okay. Now let me go ahead and get the new one. All right. So here's the new one. It's an AC Delco. That's the part number. And this is a straight from the dealership. Okay. So try not to use aftermarket just because it's not much of a job, but it sucks if you have to do it all over again. And now this little spring, that spring, you do not, if you can see the old one versus the new one, it's right here, right? Well, that little spring has a, not a needle, but the center shaft of it is supposed to hold the mechanism inside here. So then this will start spinning free. So you can see the old one spins free, okay? This one doesn't. So we've got to make sure that this clicks in all the way through. You hear that click, that it clicked into the shaft and everything. So then we remove this, so then we can put the cover, the black cover that I show you guys. Okay, so now we're just gonna slide this in place. I know you guys can't see much. Let me see if I can get you down there. Alright guys, so hopefully you guys see at least a little bit in there what I'm gonna be doing. Okay, so here's the new one. There's the shaft. Make sure that again, careful that that spring in the back doesn't come out. Here we go. We want to make sure that it clicks all the way through before we pull that pin. Okay. So I think that we are all the way in. Now we can remove the pin. That's what that looks like. We're gonna put a little dust cover. Okay, that's what that looks like. Then we can put a ridiculous shield back on again. So now I'm from on top. Always keep in mind that your steering needs to stay straight. Okay, so that's on. So now that's already on. Now we should be able to present our steering back into the shaft. And then we got to put all these spacers and whatnot back on. Okay, let's see. Not that easy, guys. Not that easy. Actually, the position. Okay, okay. Okay, so that's already in place. The steering has now clocked. We stay in the same position. So now we have to put the spacers on. That's going to be another mission itself. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Now we got a percent nut. Okay, dokie. Whew. What a workout, guys. All right. So we're still in place where we left it on. The steering hasn't turned. We still have to plug in the sensor, but everything is already lined up. The washers in the back are already put in. And again, I put those in from the top side. That one right there, and the other one somewhere around there. And I just put a bolt to kind of hold it in place. So now I'm gonna guide it all the way in and plug it in. Okay, we're back. Alrighty, so now we're just doing the back process. Got other 3 nuts. I'm gonna guide them in place. Okay, one. The other. And there's the other. Okie dokie. This steering's not gonna go back anymore. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna plug in a plug. That it clicks. Okay, it's in place. Everything is where it's supposed to be. The other thing that we gotta do now is we gotta put our bolt through the center. And we gotta put our nut. And that was a 13 on one side and a 15 on the other. Okay, make sure that that's tight. Okie dokie. So now, before I put in the little last shield and the little plastic over here and the AC vent, I'm gonna go ahead and take the duct tapes off, because I know they're stayed in the same position. I'm gonna start the car and see if the light is still on. Regardless, I will have to reset it on the computer. It's still on, so I still have to reset it on the computer. So let me go ahead and get my computer hooked up and go from there. Alright guys, so scan it. These are the codes that we're getting. P70, P7, no, I'm sorry, it's not a P. CO710 and CO253. Now this is the map sensor. We have cleared all these codes a couple of days ago, and they came back obviously. So we're replacing the steering position sensor, and now I gotta tell the customer that he has to change that master flow sensor as well. He told me that he cleaned it, and it's obviously bad. So now we're gonna go ahead and clear all of the codes. Okay. So no codes, we're gonna cycle the key off and on to see if it will go away and it doesn't come back, okay? So let's see here. Okay, so everything is off. We turn the wheel. It's not coming back on. Alright, so that was that. And now the only thing that we got left over to do is put the AC vent back on. This little thing, and the plastic goes here and the shield here for the sign. Alright, so that's how you do on a steering wheel sensor, guys. Like always, share, like, subscribe. Help me help you. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.